So do you really need a mentor or an executive coach? Well, it doesn't matter whether you call it a mentor, a coach, a mate, a friend, whatever it is. We all need people to go to seek advice. And I think the key thing here is it doesn't matter how formal that relationship is. It's important that you do have people in your corner that can help you when you need it. A couple of tips and tricks that might be helpful if you're contemplating getting an executive coach. Now, I am an executive coach. I spend quite a deal of my time doing one-on-one work with clients. The thing about executive coaching and choosing your executive coach is this. Where those relationships don't work, in my experience, is when you expect to get all of the answers. So you're the person being coached. I want a coach that's going to give me all the answers. No, it doesn't work successfully that way. The most successful coaching relationships are those where you bring issues to the table, where you need perhaps a second point of view, a different point of view on issues that you can debate through. That doesn't necessarily mean that you will always agree with your executive coach. In fact, quite the contrary. I've had many relationships where we vehemently disagree on the way forward on particular issues. It's not the point. The point is that you've had a helpful conversation that's either reinforced what you're going to do on a particular matter, or perhaps it's given you a different angle to contemplate and perhaps a different path. Both those things are still very valuable. When I'm approached to be an executive coach, it's actually a two-way interview. Now, of course, a client needs to believe that they're going to get value out of it. Otherwise, why would they be paying the fee? That's as it should be. But equally, I'm interviewing the client to see if I believe that I can provide value to them, if I believe that we can have the sort of relationship that is going to be beneficial to them. So I'm going to ask a number of questions, pretty hard questions, to see whether I think it's worth me as an executive coach working with you. Now, this is not about me as an executive coach. This is about whomever you're going to choose to work with. You need to have somebody there that is prepared to challenge you, is not going to be a yes man. And it is quite okay to disagree. In this series of videos, and you may have seen some of the others, I'm sure there are things that I've said that you go, no, totally disagree with that. That's as it should be. It'd be crazy for you to sit there and agree with everything. But in disagreeing, hopefully what it has done is it's prompted thought, so that you can make better decisions, more informed decisions about the way forward, whether it's with your customers, whether it's with team members, whatever it might be. The success of executive coaching, the success of mentoring, is providing that person that can give you a different view, that can see the wood from the trees, not to give you the answers, but to ask the right questions. So that you, because nobody else is responsible for you but you can make the right decisions, or the best decisions you possibly can. In talking to founders, CEOs, and other C-level executives over the years, one of the most constant messages that I've received is that their office is often a very lonely place. There's an expectation in the organisation that inside of the office there's a cabinet with a jar of magic dust in it, and that the CEO has all of the answers. They can whip this magic dust out, sprinkle it around, and all problems will be solved. So because it is such a lonely place, everybody needs someone that they can turn to, someone that they can bounce ideas off. So if you're looking for a mentor or a coach, ask yourself, is that person going to be prepared to challenge you? Challenge that you're thinking now and into the future. Will they be the sounding board that you're looking for, that can truly listen, sometimes just listen, but other times to give you those difficult questions, to really make you think about the decisions that you're taking? They should also help you really develop your personal brand. John McGrath, who is arguably Australia's leading real estate agent and founded the McGrath Estate Agency Group, wrote a book called You Inc., short for You Incorporated, all about building your own personal brand. That has to be part of the mentoring and coaching experience. You also need to have that independent perspective. You need to have somebody there that is not influenced by being concerned about the next promotion or perhaps their remuneration or their review at the end of the next 3 months, whatever it might be. You need somebody that sits away from that, away from the day-to-day responsibilities. And that's where the strength of an executive coach or a mentor can come in. So when you go to select your executive coach or your mentor, just bear some of these things in mind and be prepared to be vulnerable, be prepared to be challenged.